Florida, obviously a disappointing outcome. We've had, you know, a few of those that, that certainly don't feel good about anything that you do the next day or the next, opportunity to get before you play again. So, you have to look at everything that you do, examine everything that you do on a day-to-day basis, and make sure that you're addressing those things that are most important to getting the right outcomes. Look, when you don't get the right outcomes, immediately it's going to be, take this action, do this, bench that guy, fire that guy. It's much more about, for us, understanding that we have a process in place. We have to stick with our process, and then maybe are there things that you have to tweak within that. And that's how I've operated for over 34 years. I'm certainly going to feel the pain of our entire state when we're not successful. This is an important position and one where we've got a great following. So you can be assured that every ounce of our energy, every minute in the day is focused on how do we get the right outcomes. And that certainly was the case after the Florida game. Obviously, we missed some opportunities. Clearly you have to score touchdowns in this game. Kicking field goals is not enough. We're not scoring enough points. And we're giving up plays, explosive plays on defense. So if you want to know where the focus is, that is largely the focus moving forward. There were a lot of positive things, 92 plays on offense and 42 minutes in possession time, 23 first downs. We have a system in place, but it's not turning to what's most important, and that is points at the end of the day. So, again, have to re-examine that. Was pleased that there was a much more balanced running attack. If you take out the negative plays, it was about 186 yards in rushing. That's more to my liking. We had a chance to get our hands on the ball a couple of times on defense, but it came down to a couple of explosive plays. I think it was 3 touchdowns and 11 total plays. So, we know where we have to address, our issues there. Again, as we begin now to get ready for Vanderbilt, well acquainted with Clark. He's done a great job of building this program. 6-4 this year with a great win over Alabama, Kentucky, and Auburn. It's a tough and physical defense. They play it in a manner to keep the points down, and I think defensively just do a really good job in terms of balance against the rush and against the pass. Obviously the offensive structure has changed. Diego Pavia leads their team in rushing, completion percentage at 60%. He's a tough, hard-nosed player, and he is the guy that makes it happen for him. Alexander's a really good back. I really love the tight end, Eli Stowers, and Quincy Skinner, a really good wide receiver. So this is a talented football team with a veteran offensive line. Their special teams is outstanding. Their kicker, I think, has got multiple kicks over 50 yards. Love the punt returner, Martell Height. I think he's got about a 17-yard average. And, you've got to defend the running game. It's really triple option in a lot of ways. This is, akin to playing when I was at Notre Dame, Navy and Army, Air Force. And then, there's certainly our players want to finish the right way. We've got 2 games plus a bowl game. We've got 3 games to play. And it's important that we finish out strong, especially in Tiger Stadium. So with that, I'll open it up to questions.
Brian, you mentioned maybe tweaks to the process. Is there anything that you're going to want to try to do differently, or just how are you going to go about keeping this team together after 3 straight losses here toward the end?
Yeah, those are things that we'll meet on today. Monday's an important day. We get the team back, and so we'll get to talk about some of the things that are important relative to, look, I think we have it up here, motivation. It's your job to motivate you. I mean, our players understand it's their job to motivate, but as coaches, we also have to show them clearly the things that they've done well. Right? So they have to be motivated about the things they've done well. As I mentioned, take the Alabama game out of the mix. We had 3 games going late into the third quarter where we have a chance to win those games. Legitimate, not like pie in the sky, well, I think we can win these games. These are games that we believed we could have won and should have won. Well, that puts you at 9-1. You're probably in the top 5 in the country. That team, I can stand here and say, we didn't get the job done. We didn't finish.